All right, folks. Last Dundalk preview of 2021. I am joined by Alan. Alan, great to have you on.
Thanks very much, Ryan. Look, we're going to be at Dundalk later on. Hopefully, a couple of winners on the board today. I've been belting away with my own Twitter page. If anyone's been following, there's been plenty of winners, including Dalby at 20-1, who goes again today. So keep an eye out. I'm sure myself and Ryan will tip up a winner or two today.
Yeah. Alan, do you want to get right into it? We'll start with first race. Good place to start. What are you fancying?
Yeah, look, Ryan, I'm up 10. Gerald Lyons, Sean Bird claiming 10. Look, I can't see how this is going to get beat. Second to Marshall last time out. Pandemic Princess was in that race, has come out in one stint. If you look at the form before that, it was 4th Orinoco River. Getting a stone from sacred territory here, taking Sean's claim into effect. This horse ran a very good race the last day. I don't know if just Sean probably was just a little bit. I don't know if he probably could have got there a wee bit easier. Give it a good ride though in second to Marshall. Marshall just probably battled a wee bit stronger. Look, all up 10 for me. I see it drifted in the market. I think it's out 11 to 10, heading 6 to 5. The back in sacred territory. I'd be more than happy to play odds against Ryan, to be honest.
Yeah. And before that race that beat Ornico River, I've also bet Brustig, who has won at Dundalk since. Look, I'm completely in agreement. This horse, the class active field in my eyes, with Sean Bird claiming £10, it's no brainer really at 6 to 5, 11 to 10. Yeah, for me, this one horse race. Moving on to the second race. You want to kick us off?
Yeah, look, I thought this was probably one of the trickier races of the night. Joseph O'Brien, he's double-handed in this now. I'm going to put up Almanera. Mikey Sheehy's going to claim 3. Howard the Morning Soldier and Trent last time out. Now, I was very sweet in Morning Soldier the last time it ran poorly enough. Trent, that form looks a little bit suspect. As I said, it's a tricky race. Almanera is in around 15 to 2. Small each way chance for Joseph O'Brien. Wouldn't surprise me if the second string, well, I don't even know if it's the second string. They're probably both off the same similar marks. But I'd say Almanera will go close there.
Yeah, I'm going for Henry de Bromhead's Barba Papa. Chris Hayes riding it. This horse ran and came 6th at Gerran Park on debut back in September. Out of that race, Alan, he was beat by 5 horses. 3 of them have came out and won at Dundalk since. Chaos Control, Purple Dawn, and Nero Tulip. So for me, I think this is a great fucking opportunity for this one. Goes over 7 furlongs again, but it'll just be a case of how he takes the Dundalk. 7 to 2 looks fairly good. Was a bit of money for it last night as well. Moving on to the 5 o'clock. Do you want to kick this off?
Yeah, I'm going to go acquiescent for Joseph Murphy and Colin King. Now, look, this filly looks really, really well handicapped off 72. She ran a great race last time out. Colin got a good turn out of her to finish second behind the River Runs Deep. Now, the River Runs Deep has been an improvement for Seamus O'Donnell in his last few runs. This filly now, she won off 79 last October, in here off 72. She's going to be tough to keep out of the frame. I think she's 9-2. Each way play, she'll definitely be hard to. I'd say Colin will get a good turn out of her again, and she'll be one finishing fast and late.
Yeah, I'm going for one that I tipped up on last week. Business. 5-1 Gordon Elliott. Sam Ewing's riding it this time, claiming £5, which is absolutely no harm. Declan McDonough rode it last time, gave it a peach of a ride, beating Pocket Vito. Does very good race, and I think that's going to be one to be watching out for that race. Yeah, for me, Business looks the real deal. Has a lot of all-weather form from England. Ran 4th at late time before that win at Dundalk. And talking to Declan McDonough last week, was it? Seemed pretty keen on him as well. So all in all, I think Business of 5-1 with the £5 claim from Sam Ewing looks very good. The 5:30, Alan, what have you got?
Yeah, Ryan, the 5:30 now is going to be my nap of the night. Johnny Levinson O'Connor with Prisoner's Dilemma. Won this race last year off 75. Typically enough, ran an absolute screamer last time out, and now drops in here off a mark of 75. Good 4th last time out behind Punk Poet over a mile. Massive eye catcher for me. Now I watched that race back, and all you can see is Prisoner's Dilemma. Like, it was just, I'd say it's set up for tonight. Drop back to 7 furlong looks ideal. I think it's going to take a massive amount of beating here at around 9 to 2, 4 to 1.
Yeah. I am going for Skontanowski here at 14-1. Stepping back up to 7 furlongs. We haven't seen him over 7 furlongs in a couple of races now. He has run all his best races at 7. Ronan Whelan's on board this one. Aidan McGuinness trains it. Looks a very good purchase for the lads this year. Has won a couple of times as well. This has got lowered £2 from that race last time at Dundalk. It's £4 over its winning or last winning mark as well. So, good draw in stall 8. I think Skontanowski is a brilliant price, 14-1. Definitely my each way tonight, to be honest. Moving on to the 6 o'clock. Alan, I'm going for San Andreas here. I know Major Power is in the race, and I'm a massive Major Power fan, but I'm going to go against him. San Andreas for me, Hugh Horgan claiming £7. This just turns, I said it to you last night, it turns into fucking enable at Dundalk. It loves Dundalk. It's probably got one of the best records at Dundalk out of any horse. 9-4 for me, I think it's a great price. Considering it runs all its best races at Dundalk. I know Major Power will probably give it a massive race tonight, but for me, San Andreas.
Yeah, well, look, you've already mentioned I'm going to go Major Power Rain. Rated 84, loves Dundalk. Back to form and third last time out. Won off this mark back in March. As you said, San Andreas, Major Power. I don't know. I just think everything's going to fall into the hands of Major Power. I think San Andreas might go and try and make a running. It'll probably turn tactical, and I just think Major Power will have that finishing kick when he needs it up the straight, and I think he's going to be hard to beat.
Yeah. Moving on to the next race, Alan. What's got your fancy?
This is James McCauley written all over it, Ryan. Moshamo, well punted overnight. As we've seen, I think there was quotes at 3-1 available. Unlucky last time out behind Noni Alexander. Now, anyone following me on Twitter seen I tipped that up for Johnny Murphy first time out. Step up to the mile, looks sure to suit. This is a Shadwell cast off. We were up in James as we've seen Moshamo. We know the team think a lot of it. Look, it takes all the beating. Short price now. I don't know if you missed the 3s, 5-2, 9-4 overnight. Do you want to play it even money? But I think it'll be hard to beat.
Yeah, I think it was a very good race last time, just narrowly missing out. No, like you said, I'm in total agreement with you. We were up in the yard, we've seen the horse. It looks an absolute picture. This horse for me is probably the nap of the night. Yeah, there's not much more to say on that one. Moving on to the next race, Alan. I am going for Bowerman here. This has been just nibbled at all night. It's come in from 12-1, I think it is, into you can get 4-1 around now. Colin Keane is riding this one, which is interesting. For me, he is a course and distance winner. He was really on top form last year. Hasn't been the same since, but is it a case of lowering his mark? We'll probably find that out tonight if that gamble is successful.
Yeah, I looked at this race. I thought it was a case of whether horses are in form or you're going to have to look for an improver. Now, look, everyone knows, I think plenty of Dalby. Dropping back to a mile, 2.5 round here. Look, at Jake Cohen's going to claim 7. The big question for me is tactics. Are they going to try and pop out and make all? Or are they going to see, will he have too much stamina for them up the straight? Shane Foley was adamant when we spoke to him that this horse is a turn of gears. Like, he's a bit of a turn of foot. I'd say he'd probably... The drop back wouldn't really worry me that much. He ran well a couple of times, like the last couple of runs. He actually surprised me the last time he in Golden Twilight. I actually thought he was going to get done for a bit of toe, and he stayed on again. He's probably a decent price. I see there's a bit of money, 15-2 into 11-2. Again, wouldn't surprise me if he wasn't out of 3, but small each way again in the second last of the night.
Yeah, and the final race of the night, I am going for Lily of the Glen, trained by Aidan McGuinness, and will be ridden by Mikey Shee, claiming £3. Lily of the Glen has ran all his best races over 1 mile 2. We ran over 1 mile 2 last week and came third. Very good race. Dupe won that. No Show was second. And then you had the likes of Dreams Delivered, Darren Bunyan's horse, in fourth as well. So no pushover of a race, that one. Did run over 1 mile 4 before that. Trip didn't suit at all. Stepping back down to 1 mile 2 really helped his horse, and 1 mile 2 again tonight. This is a good horse here. 12-1 looks big.
Yeah, I'm going to put up, as I said in the last race, it looks innate like horses that are going to be handicapped to win, or horses that have improved. And now there's a filly in this race trained by Michael Rice Pickpool for Jamie Powell. Now look, won last twice, riding 50 to 1, 11 to 4, up £13. Drop back and trip. I don't know. It's going to look like whether is it going to be a problem or not. Staying on strongly over 1.5 miles. I think we've watched enough races over 1.25 miles around Dundalk. They're dying up the straight. You need something closing. This filly has plenty of stamina. I think she'll be taken out wide up the straight. Wouldn't surprise me if she's the one closing late and fast. She's a decent price in around 5 to 1. But yeah, that'll do me to finish the last race of 2021 at Dundalk.
Yeah, and your final nap best each way?
My final nap next best in each way, Ryan. I am going to nap up Prisoner's Dilemma. I think everything is set up for Johnny Levin and Donald O'Connor to get this one in front and win this race for 2 years in a row. My next best is going to be Major Power. I know you won't be happy to hear that, but don't worry. If I'm standing beside you tonight later on, I'll cheer him on if I get up and nab you in the lane. And my each way tonight, look, I'm going to put up Almanera. I think Joseph will get that to improve off the third tomorrow Soldier and Trent last time. 7 or 8 to 1 looks decent price.
Yeah, look, I won't be disappointed if Mitch Power does win. Put it that way. But my nap, I'm gonna go Mo Shammer, next best up 10 in the first, and each way I am gonna go for Skontanovsky.
Yeah, just look, Ryan, we'll just finish it off. Just want to thank yourself and Dean for taking me on board in the more or less the second part of 2021. And just wish all the followers a very happy Christmas. And hopefully we'll be back in sometime in January with winners. And keep an eye on my Twitter page at Almarn. I'll have probably a bit of leopard sound if the government allow it to go ahead. But we won't go into that today.
No, that's for another day, Alan. Maybe a different podcast. No, but you took the words completely out of my mouth. Wishing all the followers happy Christmas and yourself. I will see you tonight as well. So yeah, be sure to like, subscribe, and share a video or whatever you want to do. Yeah,